Welcome back, everyone. It's movie review time. Len Archibald back with us. He reviewed Thor, Love and Thunder. It's the latest from Taika Waititi. He's one of my favorite all-time entertainment people of all time. But how did this one go? You said maybe not quite as good as Ragnarok, but still very watchable, huh?
Yeah, and you know, that comes with a caveat, because to be perfectly honest, not a lot of movies are going to be as good as Ragnarok. Ragnarok was kind of a once-in-a-lifetime thing. But this basically follows Thor, Chris Hemsworth, on a new mission as he finds out that there is a new villain, Gore, the God Butcher, played by Christian Bale. And Christian Bale is great in this. And Gore is going around killing or butchering all these different gods. The film actually starts with his very tragic backstory and the reason why he's doing what he's doing. Now, Thor is, trying to figure out what's going on, but at the same time, the old ex-girlfriend, Jane Foster, played by Natalie Portman, comes in and kind of complicates things. And she has Mjolnir, and Mjolnir is Thor's hammer. And if anyone remembers Ragnarok, that actually got broken in that film. So there's a big mystery on how she got the hammer and how she became the mighty Thor on her own.
Yeah, and I don't want you to give spoilers away about her situation, but can I ask you, does the trailer, is it misleading in her role in the movie?
I would say that the trailer is a little misleading, and that was by design. Anyone that reads comics or big into comics kind of knows that this is taking in or combining two particular Thor stories. And if anyone knows one of those stories involving Jane, they're probably going to know where this is going to lead. But it's still a great story, and everyone does a great job with it. I really loved everyone. Everyone was fantastic.
A lot of people I've talked to that have seen it love the role that Russell Crowe plays as Zeus. Did you feel the same?
I did. Russell Crowe was great. And you know what was actually great about him playing Zeus? He actually tried to play the role as a Greek god. This wasn't someone trying to play like, he was British or had some other strange accent. But he was hilarious. And I think a lot of people forget that Russell Crowe does have very good comedic timing. And it was really great to see him in that role.
Do the Guardians of the Galaxy are in it? I hear not a lot, but are they also in the comic series that you mentioned?
I want to say that they're really in the comic series now. The Guardians, they do play a kind of an extended role in this film. I don't want to give too much away because I don't want to again spoil anything. But it does come with a really great joke and a really great punchline. And it is always good seeing Thor and Star-Lord play off each other. That's another great little scene, a little moment that Taika Waititi is able to give us.
I saw an interview with Taika Waititi talking about this, and he said it's almost as if I just got a room of 6-year-olds in a room, and they threw all their jokes at me, and I said, okay, every one of them's going to the movie. And that kind of scared me because I like the humor, like from a Ragnarok, but I didn't want it to be too silly. Is there a good balance there?
So this is probably the one thing with, or the one minor issue I have with the film. It is very jokey. It does lean very comic heavy or comedic heavy. The film runs at 2 hours exactly, and I almost felt like it was too short. And that's kind of something I don't say a whole lot. But there weren't. I wish there were more scenes of Gore, Christian Bale's character, going around, kind of doing his thing. There is so much comedy, in fact, that sometimes it did play down some of the more dramatic moments. Now, the last 20 minutes, I'm not going to spoil anything, are really great when it comes to the drama and everything. But there is a lot of comedy. I would call this probably, in terms of comedy or jokes per minute, this is probably the funniest of all the Marvel movies.
How many Lennies do you give this one?
I give this 4. Of all the Marvel movies that has come out this year, I think this is not as good, or at least in my opinion, as Multiverse of Madness. And again, not as good as Ragnarok, but still one of the better movies that's come out this year. Top Gun, so far, is still my favorite movie that's come out this summer.
Yeah, that's awesome. Great information as always. Thank you, Len. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you, Jack.
You bet. Nice chatting with you. We'll be back after this.